What it do, Beer Gang, Bacon Biz, beautiful people, your girl Poet, Midday Shenanigans, live Busboys and Poets, 14th and you. Gotta love that part. Sitting here with activist, rapper, director, writer, Boots Riley, Sorry to Bother You, hitting theaters July 6th. I'm still analyzing the movie from yesterday, so I'm mad that now I don't get to talk to anybody, so happily I get to talk to you. Yeah. Let's start with the fact that this movie is freaking brilliant. You took real life situations and added some razzmatazz that you legit leave the movie theater like, what am I pouring into society and into people? How does that feel that your work has that kind of an effect?
Well, I think that's the power of art. So that's the reason why I wanted to make the movie. So it's a good feeling that people are reacting to it like they are.
Indeed. Now, for those who don't know, I'm gonna take them back to your hip hop roots. Still the album, The Coup, Oakland-based, dropped November of 1998. Why do I feel like Sorry to Bother You is almost a visual to the things you were even speaking to back then about how we're treated?
Yeah,
Capitalism.
I mean, it's unfortunately the system hasn't changed since then. So I'm talking about the same stuff. I think I've developed my ways of doing it, whereas I used to just be like, here's what I'm talking about, A, B, and C, and maybe it was closer to, not maybe with albums right before that one, it was closer to like our very first one, like Message, but I just got more confident in myself as an artist and just talk about stuff that's happening in life, and while being truthful with myself about what I think about the world, so then those ideas go into it. Similar things with the movie is that I'm talking about real life things, but then I have ideas and analysis of how that happened, so that goes into the movie, and then it comes out in crazy ways because I'm not really gonna just have somebody show up and say, here's the idea. I'm gonna take you through that emotional change that the main character is going through as well.
I love it. When I see this movie, I think of edutainment. I was thoroughly entertained, but I walked away with real live nuggets. Like when I started looking at some of my friends, I'm thinking, I think all of us probably know a cash is green. You get that? Cash is green. I ain't gonna spell the movie for you, but keep that detail in mind. Yeah. Did you pull from your own situations?
We all are part of this, like we all are part of it. And none of us are innocent, and none of us are all the way guilty, and so this movie, there's nobody in it that is all the way clean, and that's how it really is in life.
Is there a way for us to get clean?
Well, I mean, what it's basically without talking about what really happens in the end, the whole point of it is that the only thing we can do is keep fighting and keep pushing and work together.
I love that part. Now I have to ask, one of the things that was intriguing to me, you shot this film in like 20-something days.
28 days.
28. And then you premiered in Sundance the following January. Did you expect to get this kind of response when you started sharing your idea, your thought, and then brought forth the product?
Well, I mean, you got to give yourself some kind of carrot to chase after. So, I'd hoped that it would, like that's what I sold was this is a movie unlike anything anyone has seen.
And you're very honest, using your white voice as a way to be successful. As you've come up in the game, have you ever felt like you had to use a white voice to get into a door or over an obstacle?
Well, yeah, I mean, you calling people on the phone and you want them to be more responsive to you, definitely you will change your voice to get the thing that you want. It might not even just be in the music industry, it might be calling the electric company.
It's the truth though. When we left the movie, everyone was talking about when they've added their white voice, and even a woman who was in the room was like, well, I've never had to do that. I was like, well, you're white, so maybe not. I said, but there is definitely a difference. When I need to call and complain, instantly it's like, hi, this is Candace Marie, I needed to know. And watching the movie, you're like, that should not be the way it is, but it is indeed the way it is. So I'm happy that you are willing to put yourself out on a limb and represent for us. When you thought of casting, Lakeith Stanfield is like super dope. Did you have an idea in mind as you wrote out the characters in your screenplay that you were like, this is who I'd like to have? Like, you got Danny Glover. Like, it's just like, did your text reach out and people were like, yes, or you knew going in?
It was, casting was a process that, no, I don't think I was all the way sure of anybody right away. But I went and met with Lakeith. He wasn't the big name Lakeith Stanfield that he is right now. I think there were 2 episodes of Atlanta out at the time, and only some people knew about it. Like, even the amount of people that know about Atlanta now didn't know about it then. And so met with him, and he was just the right kind of crazy. And also what you see in his face is he's able to make himself vulnerable, feel vulnerable, and you feel him, and that performance is something that grounds the whole movie.
It actually is, and you find yourself endeared to everybody's different situation. I've worked in a cubicle situation before. I know exactly how that feels. I know what it felt like when I felt like I was succeeding. My friends felt like they were stagnant, and how somehow my success became an issue, although you think if you celebrate together, we get better together. So if people could walk away with just one idea, one thought after seeing this movie on July 6th, what are you hoping that nugget is that they go back into their communities and plan?
That you have to organize wherever you are. That it's not something you meet at 6 o'clock for the rally on the corner, or for the march on Saturday. You need to organize at your place of work. You need to organize, which is harder because everybody don't agree with you there. And you gotta figure out how to do it. And that, that your way of being something in the world is also connected to everybody else's way of being something in the world.
I definitely got that. I watched Worry Free and I thought, wow, slavery with really great marketing, but okay.
Like, I don't even know if that's illegal, what I have in there. It might not even be illegal.
It should be. Basically, I'm gonna work for you for the rest of my life, not make anything of it, and I get 3 hots and a cot. It sounds very similar to the things we've tried to escape from. So again, the movie dropping July 6th. What's next? There is a soundtrack to this. I'm hearing there's new Coop music as well.
Yeah, the crew made the soundtrack, which is all the stuff that happens in their world. Tune Yards made the score, which is the kind of the voice of the movie. But all the music that you hear with vocals and all that kind of stuff, that's the coup.
The Sun Exploding, cop that. It's
that
great
album
music.
will be out this summertime.
And as if that wasn't enough, you get the cover of GQ in July with Lakeith and Tessa. So the world is your oyster right now.
Are they on the cover? I know they did the photo shoot. They're on the cover?
Whisper is.
Oh, damn.
You tune in here for exclusives.
I think I'm going to be peeking in the window and on the cover.
See what happens when you surprise Boots with an exclusive that he wasn't ready for. Thank you for your time. This is WPGC TV, your girl poet, Boots Riley. Shout out to the Coop. Happy 20th anniversary of Still the album. If you don't have that, listen to that, then get The Sun is Exploding. You'll be great. And more to come, July 6th. We all going. Let's do a group party to the movies to see Sorry to Bother You. Has so many more meanings than just that. More to come. It's WPGC 95.5.